All right, let's get into it. We're going to pull back the curtain on the real psychology of people who always seem to be traveling on their own. And trust me, it's way deeper and way more interesting than you probably think.
You've definitely seen them, right? Sitting in a cafe in Paris or hiking some remote trail completely by themselves. And you can't help but wonder, what's their story? Are they lonely? What's going on there?
Well, this is where things get really interesting. Our brains tend to jump to conclusions. We see lonely or antisocial, maybe even that they're running away from something. But the psychology tells a totally different story. We're actually looking at independence, a deep sense of self-awareness, and a real hunger for personal growth. So where does a mindset like that even come from? Well, it all starts with a really solid foundation, a strong sense of self. And the very first piece of that puzzle is having a rock-solid sense of identity. So what does that actually look like? It means these people, they just know who they are. They're not looking for someone else to tell them what to do or to make their trip feel valid. Nope. They're perfectly happy spending an entire day in a weird museum you've never heard of just because they want to. They don't need company to feel whole because, well, they already are. Okay, so if they have this strong self, what's the engine driving them? It's a powerful need for something we can call radical autonomy. And get this isn't just about wanting a little freedom. For them, autonomy is a core psychological need. This is actually backed by some pretty serious psychology. There's this thing called self-determination theory, and it basically says that for us humans to feel good about our lives, we need three things: to feel competent, to feel connected to others, and to feel autonomous, like we're in the driver's seat of our own lives. For solo travelers, that need for autonomy is often turned up to 11. And this puts it perfectly. Having total control over their time, their energy, their decisions, that's not some fancy luxury. It is a deep psychological comfort. The ability to just move through the world without having to check in or compromise, that's when they feel the most themselves. Now, this all leads to a very specific kind of mindset, one that's all about internal control. The operating system that makes this all possible is what psychologists call an internal locus of control. Sounds complicated, but it's not. All it means is that you believe you are in control of what happens in your life. It's not fate, it's not luck, it's not other people, it's your choices and your actions that shape your reality. You're the one steering the ship. And here's the cool part. Traveling alone is like the ultimate gym for this mindset. Think about it. When you're out there on your own, you have to figure things out. You get lost, you find your way, you make a choice, and you live with it. Every single time you do that, you're building this deep, quiet confidence in yourself that you just can't get any other way. Okay, now let's talk about the biggest misunderstanding of them all, the huge difference between being lonely and choosing to be alone. This is all about mastering what's known as chosen solitude. This is so critical to understand. Loneliness is something that happens to you. It's passive. It feels empty, like something is missing. But chosen solitude, that's an active choice. You are creating a space for yourself on purpose. It's not about lacking other people. It's about gaining clarity with yourself. They are worlds apart. You know, most of us run from silence. We put on music, scroll through our phones, anything to avoid our own thoughts. But solo travelers lean into it. They see that quiet time as a tool. It's their chance to reflect, to hit the reset button, and to think with a kind of clarity that is almost impossible to find in our normal, noisy lives. So what's the end game? Why go through all the effort of navigating the world alone? Well, that brings us to the ultimate goal, personal growth. At the end of the day, it really boils down to this. They are looking for growth, not just a good time. See, when you're alone in a place where you don't know anyone or anything, your self-awareness just skyrockets. You're forced to pay attention to your own gut feelings, your fears, how you adapt to the unexpected. For them, travel is a mirror. The journey isn't just about seeing the world. It's a powerful way to understand their own inner world. It's about meeting new versions of themselves. So you see, it's really not about loneliness. It was never about running away from something. It's always been about running towards a deeper connection with themselves. And this just says it all, doesn't it? Choosing to explore the world on your own isn't a sign that something's wrong. It's a sign of incredible inner strength. It means you've done the work to build a home inside yourself, to learn how to feel safe and complete all on your own. And that kind of leaves us with one last question to chew on. it's not just about what parts of the world you want to see. The real question is, what uncharted territory inside of you is your mind built to explore?